Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's a trade of the day. Where are we? Oh, it's the Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition, depending on where in the world you are. And Bitcoin is again broken 70,000 and has been hanging around there for a while, seemingly ignoring the bad macroeconomic news for now and pushing forward. Had several straight green days in a row. Let's go to the charts. And Bitcoin day chart is here. And here we are at 71.5. And you can see the multiple green days here trending up slightly. Not a huge push, but still encouraging. I would love to see Bitcoin just be stable or grow during this time of turmoil. We got wars and CBDC rumors and all kinds of stuff going on that would ordinarily affect macro prices. The stock market's been twitchy, um, but Bitcoin's doing reasonably well. Let's look at the hour chart. Yeah, big spike up there a couple hours ago. Um, so looking pretty good. They have a red candle here on the hour, but broken above the 20 EMA. So that's a good start. If we can break above all these moving averages, that would show significant strength in Bitcoin. Ethereum, same thing, 5 straight green days of day chart candles and above 2100 at the moment, above the 20 EMA, heading for the 50. So yeah, the markets are looking good. I didn't really see anything in the headlines that was necessarily really good news that would cause this. It just seems to be resilient right now. I like it. So, and I've done really well in my day trading. A lot of the choppiness going like this, which is ideal for day trades. I just got out of a short overnight, and I have no active trades right now on my Carbon third-party software. I didn't check my Blowfin yet. I do have a trade on there. So, speaking of Blowfin, sponsor of the program. So, if you're in one of those prohibited areas like the USA, you don't want to deal with KYC or a VPN, then check out my Blowfin access. It's in the pinned comment, which you can see if you watch this on the recording. And you get a deposit bonus. I get a small commission. Win-win. So a little ad there, and we are yeah. The overall market's looking good. Let's look for some day trades and swing trades. So I've got crypto bubbles up, and again, almost entirely a green day on the bubbles. And when I sort by the column, there's lots to choose from. So near is the crypto I've got the long in. I'm probably out of that one by now. Oh, yeah, there it is. So I have my day trade layout here. Supply and demand visible range by Lux Algo indicator for support and resistance. Red zone resistance, green zone support. Yeah, I'd set a take profit at 139 on this, so I should be out of that. And RTI, relative trend index for entries and, excuse me, I'm a little groggy this morning, entries and alerts, and cumulative delta for occasional confirmation. So that's the layout. If you're interested in acquiring this, email me at cryptocj13@gmail.com and I can send you a copy. I can copy a link and send it to you. So, yeah, near is at resistance at the moment. So we're a little late. on this one. And the RTI is well above the 80. Ideally, this is where I want to get in back here, where it dips below the 20 and then breaks back up like we had on Wednesday. There's a 3% move there, and it kind of drifts sideways and up 4%, and then finally up 10%. So that was a good entry back on Wednesday. Okay, so if you want to set an alert on this, right click on the RTI, add an alert, and I trade both directions on Blowfin and other leverage current exchanges like Bybit. So I'm going to trade. I'm going to enter a channel on my alert, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. So I showed you the 20, the dip and retrace. The break above the 80 and dip on a short position is also can be profitable. So hence the 80-20 on the upper bound and lower bound portions of this alert. And TradingView has changed their alert again. So their alert format, once per bar close and expiration, I'll just leave that for next month. Message, this used to come up on a different screen. Now it's all put together and you have to make clicks. So alert name, it's remembering the last few I've used, crypto bubbles, and click apply. And then notifications, you just click here and it shows you all the options you have on notifications. So notifying the app on my smartphone, toast notification, which is a pop up here on my laptop, play a sound also on my laptop, and there's a few to choose from. So click apply and then create. And there's my rectangle dotted line, and it should show up here in the alerts. So that's how you do that. That's the new and not necessarily improved TradingView alert. So I had to do it a few times to get used to it yesterday, but changes isn't that different. Okay, well that's near. What is river? Let's look at that one. Well, actually on near, let's go back to this chart and look at the swing trade option. Sometimes I forget the swing trades. Okay, the indicators are on board. Got a buy signal. So this is about a week old, well, 5 days old from Sunday. And then the Trendilo LSMA, which is our confirmation indicators, at a 45-degree angle, so that's good. But what's not good is we're at resistance. So let's look at a longer time frame on this. Yeah, this is a recent high, 142, looks like. On the 8-hour chart, we've got some room for retrace. So if you got in now, retrace to the red zone, 18% in 52 days. I think I'd pass on that. I'm looking for 1% per day on my swing trades. So like, 10%, 8 days, something like that would be something that might capture my interest, but don't like that layout for near. Look at the day chart since we're here. Because I know this one was way up there and then it got pummeled down like many of the altcoins did in this recent dip sequence. Now this is 113% in 123 days, so that's a little better, almost 1% a day if it retraces and does that, duplicates that. But for now, we'll leave it at the 1 hour. And quick review of my layout here, 1 hour chart, and same indicators for support resistance. And then SuperTrend I use for alerts and yeah, entries and alerts, and then Trendilo LSMA for confirmation. So when both of these, when it looks like this and it's coming out of the green zone, or like maybe halfway on the green zone in the red zone, that's where I would be inclined to take a trade like this. So okay, well that's near. Let's go. We're gonna look at river. So river USD, and let's see. This is on Bluefin. Here we go. Yeah, I think this is going to be the charts we see the most, where they're going to be well above the 80. Could be a dip below the 80 pretty soon. But you could set up the same alert like I showed you earlier on near with the 80-20 in both directions. So yeah, that would be the day trade option. On the swing, yeah, we're at resistance again on the 1 hour chart. Looks like we're pretty close to a recent high. It's been as high as $22. That's back 3 weeks ago. Okay, well, here we go. Got a buy signal on the 8 hour chart and retrace potential 250% in 44 days. Yeah, I like that. So if you are inclined to trade that long, stay in trades that long, this one could be something to check out. So do your own research, not financial advice, but I like the setup here on the 8 hour chart. Um, Looks good to me. So river not ready for a day trade. Looks pretty good for a longer swing. All right, so that's crypto bubbles. And again, lots to choose from, 5% or more. And a lot of coins I even like to trade: AVAX, Aave, Algo. We looked at Near already. So yeah, those are. But maybe they've made their move and they're not going to do anything else. You could sort the other way. What's dipping and maybe is due for a recovery. And Chili's is something I trade sometimes. That's the only one on this list I really recognize. Maker, Pax Gold. Yeah. So interesting stuff here on crypto bubbles. Let's go to our another free info source, which is CoinGecko. And 24 hours. Pi network. Well, maybe we'll look at that one. Okay, it's on quite a few exchanges. Kraken. Look at that one. Maybe not. All right, try that again. And try MaxC. Okay. MEXC you can use with a VPN in the US. I don't know if it requires KYC yet. Above the 80 though. So yeah, you could set your 80/20 alert on the RTI for this. Or let's just say you want to catch the next short on this one. I was doing this a few days ago and everything was pumping, crossing down on the 80, and you know the rest. So that's just looking for a short. Again, if you're doing both directions, you can enter a channel, 80 on top, 20 on bottom, you know the rest. So, but I don't think I'm going to set a day trade alert on this one. Let's go to swing trade option. We are at, is this an all-time high or a recent high? Yeah, it's way up there. 21%, 170 days? No, that's terrible. Well, not terrible, but yeah, I don't want to wait that long for 20%. So not liking this as a day swing trade either. I think I'd pass on Pi. All right, what else we got? Render, it's something I used to trade a lot. Let's look at Aave. This is one I can do on my third-party software. Get back to the day trade layout. Okay. So Aave is at a recent high, 115. I'm well over the 80 on the RTI. So I'll set this alert. $80.20. Once per bar close, that. Coin gecko. And apply, create. And there we go. Okay, so I've got my Aave alert. So if this dips down, could be a short opportunity. Swing trade option. Indicators on board. Buy on the SuperTrend, Trendilo pointing up. And we don't have much retrace potential on this. Yeah, 2% in 6 days. Yeah, no thanks. 4-hour chart, this looks a little better. 10% in 22 days, a little better. 8-hour chart. 38% in 43 days, it's almost 1% a day, so that's not bad. But we're still on a sell on the 8-hour chart, so you might just want to do an alert. Right click on the super trend, add an alert, and you can leave it on direction change if you want to trade both directions. Choose buy if you want to go long, sell if you want to go short, and you might want to do a different, that's all right, different sound. I usually use handbell for my swing trades, but I'm maxed out of my swing, so I won't take it for now. Okay, that's Aave, and I think that's it for our for CoinGecko. Look at AVAX real quick. I used to trade this one a lot. I haven't traded it as much lately. Yeah. Kind of looks like Aave, so if I go back to Aave, the setup looks really similar. So I don't think I'll set this alert. All right, let's go to our final option, CoinMarketCap and their crypto community sentiment. See what they're tracking and talking about in their community. So this will look a little different than what we have been looking at. Cardano, they like. Bitcoin, HBAR, DOT. On the bearish side, Trump has been bearish with this group for quite a while. Pippin I shorted and did well on last week. Zcash, I've been trading that one too. XLM a couple times. ICP I like to short generally. Let's look at that one. Well, it hasn't hit the 80 yet. Pretty close. Last time it dipped below the 20, it did pretty well. So yeah, it broke up about here. 3%. Yeah, 4.8. So on the long side, it did okay. I'll set my alert both directions. And I'll catch the next short on this one. And these are the same, so well, I need to change the message. Yeah. And there we go. Got one on each one, each of the sources today. All right. So that one is ICP as a day trade. It's a swing. Indicators on board, but pretty close to resistance. 2.5% in a day. It's not a bad day trade, but that's only one wick on a candle. I'm not sure if I want to trust that for retrace potential. If I see 2 or 3 wicks like here, I'm more inclined to trust that as an exit, but just one, out of the blue, not so much. So longer time frame, 4-hour chart, resistance there too, 8 hours. 59%, 56 days. That's pretty good, but I don't really trust this particular coin. So do your own research if you want to do a swing trade on this one. Okay. And we'll look at one more and then probably wrap it up. Okay, maybe H bar or Zcash. Look at Zcash since I traded H bar more recently. Zcash above the 80, but dipping down with a couple red candles here on the 15-minute chart. So The last dip below 20 did pretty well. Hasn't dipped below 80 in a while. Well, did that over here. And then dropped right about here, and then made a pretty good move after a bounce up. So yeah, I think this one's worth putting an alert on again. So I'll go ahead and do that. Right click, enter a channel, 80, 20, and edit message, sentiment, apply, and sound should be the same. Yeah. And create. There's my rectangle and my alert on the list. So I'm ready for Zcash. If it dips, I'll be ready for a short. I'll check Bitcoin, see what it's doing. If it's dipping too, that's a trade I'd probably take. Okay, let's go to the swing trade option. Okay, this is the best one I've seen on the 1 hour chart. So we have a buy signal, pretty recent from SuperTrend, and the Trendilo LSMA is pointing up kind of gradually. It's not spiking up like some of the others we saw. And 7% in 2 days, not bad, but again, I'd rather have double digits. So maybe we do go for a longer time frame on this. And we have that here, but we don't have the LSMA on the 4 hour chart on board yet. 37%, 23 days. That's a swing trade I like. So you could just set an alert on the super trend and catch the next buy signal, and then check the rest of the indicators and Bitcoin, see what's going on. Do your own research, see if you want to take that swing trade. All right. That's about all I have for the coins I'm going to follow today. Are there any coins you guys want to look at or issues to discuss?
Yeah, why don't you check XRP, if you would, please?
XRP. All right. It's above the 80 on the RTI, bouncing back down. The 15-minute chart. So this could be a candidate for a short pretty soon. Set your alert on here like I have with the others. And could be good to go on the swing. Got a buy signal on the super trend, Trendilo pointing almost straight up, but we're at pretty close to resistance. So if you got in now, retrace less than 2% in 2 days. That looks like a swing, more like a day trade to me. Not liking that setup yet. 4 hour chart looks a little better, and indicators are on board there. %6 in 15 days. Or if it duplicates this move, 16%, 25 days. I don't know. Just an okay move, not a great one. So it doesn't really interest me as a swing. As a day
Thank you.
trade, you're welcome. It's pretty close to being ready as a short.
Sure.
And then the short move here could go down to the green zone, a little over 2%, down to $1.37. So That's more of the move I'd be interested in. Um, all right, any others? Very well, I will wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live, but check out the opportunities in the pinned comment, especially from Blowfin and Carbon. They help fund the channel, um, make me able to keep doing this. I thank you guys who are on live to join me at the new time. I just don't want to get up that early. So the daylight savings time messes up my start time sometimes. So thank you for that and have a good trading weekend. We will see you Monday night / Tuesday morning. Bye.
Friday the 13th.
Yep.
All right.